Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024. I'm Reverend Dr. Darrell Watkins, the Senior Minister here at Sunshine Cathedral. With me today is Sunshine Cathedral's Executive Minister. He's also my husband, the Reverend Dr. Robert Griffin. Sunshine Cathedral's Minister of Connections, Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell. She's not my husband. And Sunshine Cathedral's Minister of Education, Reverend Kevin Tisdall. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about our progressive faith community and how you can be part of it no matter where you are in the world. And if you live in South Florida, be sure to check out the Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts, offering entertainment for the LGBTQ+ community to benefit the LGBTQ+ community. If you enjoyed the Queer God Squad, please share this or other episodes with your friends, family, and social media communities. At Sunshine Cathedral, we want you to know that you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. Were there gay cavemen? According to archaeologists, humans who lived during the Stone Age may have engaged in same-sex relationships. Didn't we always suspect Fred and Barney of being a little more than just friends? Well, maybe not. But in reality, there is evidence of ancient same-sex activity that may have even been accepted by the larger community. This evidence comes from ancient art and petroglyphs, that is prehistoric rock carvings. This ancient art, going back possibly as far as 7,000 BCE, 7,000 years before the Common Era, shows men with erect penises having sex with women and with other men. The findings show the complexity and diversity of human sexuality as being perennial rather than a modern construct. Same-sex relationships or behaviors have been part of human culture for millennia. In ancient Greece, for example, same-sex relationships between men were often socially accepted. And various indigenous cultures around the world have historically recognized the existence of more fluid or diverse sexual identities and relationships. What does the Queer God Squad make of this new but very old evidence of ancient sexual diversity? New, because just uncovered it. Old, because it's 7,000 years old. Actually, that would make it 9,000 years old, because it was 7,000 BCE, and now we're in the 2000s. So I'm not surprised. I'm glad. It's gratifying. It's validating, I suppose, to know we've always been here. But we know that. We know that from nature. We know that from every species we look at. We know from every culture that we have access to. We know from every part of history that we have known much about, that if there are people, there are queer people. Mm-hmm. That it is a significant minority in every culture, in every time in history. It might be 2%, it might be 12%, it's usually something in the middle, but it's a significant minority. And to put that in perspective, in the US, about 1% of the population is Native American. Mm-hmm. That's all groups and clans and all together, 1%. And everyone has met someone who's Native American. Mm-hmm. Everyone has read something written by someone who's Native American. Like it's a minority, but it's a significant minority. It's still a lot of people. It's a minority that if you put it all together, it'd be a very large city. If you put it all together, it'd be a very small country. Like it's a significant minority. So if you've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6% of something, that's a lot. It's significant. Now, it could be legitimate if we were the only 4, but I'm just saying that that it's a significant minority in every culture and every time is evidence that it's innate. That if you killed every person on the planet and some bean sprouts evolved into humans and we started all over again, a certain percentage of those would be queer. Just is. So yes, were there cavemen? If there were people, there were cave people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah. They've been around for centuries, for millennia, for aeons. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? It doesn't surprise me at all. That's all I got to say.
That's kind of
duh.
There's not much else to say. And it seems as though that this era is the era that had more trouble with the queerness of the world than any other era. I say that because when I'm reading stories about Roman times, I'm reading stories about how relationships were encouraged between warriors, fighters, strong, bold Roman warriors, and that's your boyfriend. Why? In this instance, it was a social construct that said that I'm going to protect my boyfriend better than I would protect somebody I don't like. So there are a lot of reasons that there may be a queer community. The one thing that we can deny less and less is that it's something new.
Yeah.
It's there. We're here, we're queer. Reverend Ann loves when I walk through the door. She goes, "How are you today?" And I say, "I'm here, I'm queer." And she goes, "Yeah,
Well, we're used to that. Yeah.
My only thought with the caveman concept is, I bet your furniture arranging was real fun back in the day.
Help me with this rock.
It's like, it's just nothing new under the sun, that's kind of the thing. But I do like the fact that we can uncover or unearth documentations around this kind of stuff as a part of history, and just thought, long before the words were recorded and handed down, it says, "Let us make." It was already done.
That's
It
was already made.
Yeah, it was already made. And so when we hear those words, the beginning of time was when God said, "Let us make." No, it was already done. And it was already done. It was already happening. Couples being couples, doing what couples do, rearranging furniture, killing things with an axe or hand or whatever. I bet it was just kind of an interesting time. And the mating ritual. Can you imagine the mating ritual during cave?
I think it involved a club.
And
those are the stories, right?
Right. And Wilma and Betty saying, "Oh God, there they go again."
There you go. Long live the caveman.
But this is what is amazing to me, and particularly enlightening. They recorded it. This was important enough to record. That they drew this on a wall, or chiseled this into a rock, or painted this on a vase. That they wanted this to be remembered. That this is an important part of our life that we're going to celebrate and we want to remember.
Yeah.
That this isn't just a thing that happened and then someone mentioned, "Oh, guess what they're doing over there." No, they made an effort to concretize this memory.
Yeah.
And
I love it.
So that, that's important.
And whether art became before language, art tells a story.
Yes.
Right.
So if you've got a buffalo and 17 arrows in it, well, that's food.
Yeah.
This is how we take care of our families. That's an important thing to document. If you got guys having the lady and guy orgy, doing bisexual activity, somebody thought that was meaningful enough to draw.
Yeah.
So that's like that was
so true.
That was their family, or that was their romance, or that was their friendship. There was something about that that needed to be preserved.
And there probably or maybe guessing, there may not have been the stigma around it that there is now. Yeah.
Well, that's today with the Queer God Squad. We want to thank you for joining us. We're here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ+ community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's largest progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together.
We are all in this together. Remember that you are God's miracle, not God's mistake.
Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.